In today's episode, we create our first copper tool, mine some copper, harvest our first animal, and run away from yet another bear. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my Vintage Story world. As you can see, I've been a little bit busy. I've been collecting some items, mostly this peat here, some wood, and some sticks. I've been wandering around, but as you can see, I now have 20 nuggets of native copper. So I wandered around the immediate area, went back to spawn, was looking at some stuff. I found one of the most important finds that I think I have found is bees. I haven't found bees on my first world, so it's cool to have them. We can experiment with them this time. But I found 2 more deposits of copper, which had enough nuggets to get me up to 20 copper nuggets. So right now, I believe it is in this one, I'm smelting a crucible. And last time we set up this pit for charcoal, and you can see it's done smelting now. We can actually dig this out and get a little bit of room here. Throw this away. And we can use our shovel to dig up the charcoal. And this charcoal we're going to need to smelt our nuggets into molten copper to make our first tool, which is a pickaxe, so that we can mine the copper that's under those, where those top nuggets were. So to do that, we're going to need to make a new clay base for a pickaxe, red clay pickaxe mold. And we can fill this in real quick. Molds are relatively easy to do. They're just tall things, as long as you don't spaz out. There you go. And I actually like filling in the whole thing and then removing the parts that I don't need, because I just find it easier doing that. There we go. And then that's our pickaxe mold. I'll have to throw these berries down, pick it up. I've already dug a little pit here, so you put it down in there. We need some grass. I think we need about 10 grass. And this is the reason I went out exploring in the first place for sticks, because I knew we were going to need to kill a lot of stuff this episode. So we can put that in here. And then we need the sticks. And then if we grab 4 of this peat that I farmed from over near spawn, because I thought we had peat close, but I guess not. I had to go all the way back to spawn to get it. And we can light that on fire, and that will cook faster than these wood ones will. This has a clay storage vessel. That one has my leftover bowl and 3 crucibles. This has 2 crocks, a crucible, and a clay jug. And I've never made the clay jug before. I've made it just so that we might have something that I can move water around with, hopefully, so that we can start a farm. I'm going to need to find a decent area for my base. I like it to be near woods, but not in them, and I like it to be kind of near a good water source. So I was thinking... Ooh, there's a thunderstorm. Let's get under this awning a little bit. So I kind of like this area right here. I hate stone areas. We might have to go check out this area over here to see if we can find somewhere good to live. But so far, I mean, right around here, like maybe up here, seems pretty good. For a starter base, we can always move all of our stuff later. But last episode we got some rusty gears, and I think this guy had something that I wanted. Did he not? Let's see. What do you have? Did I never ask your name? Axe. No, I definitely asked you your name. So I have 4 gears. I don't think I can buy anything super great from him. Ooh, maybe a simple bow. How much would it How do you craft a simple bow? It's not be worth 4 years for a simple bow. Oh, I can craft it with sinew since I removed class specific. Ooh, okay, well maybe we'll wait on that. I don't really need a bow straight off the bat here. Until I get a butchering table and a little base set up. But we need those to go, so we'll go ahead and throw that down. We need to make a campfire. Let's break down our pit here. We'll make the campfire right here. Oops. Throw that away. We can set this over here to make a campfire. Ooh. That's some intense lightning. Okay, we will need a piece of grass. Got too many stones. Piece of grass. Let's throw this guy over here. Hello, there we go. And some wood. I think I just need 4. And we need to light that on fire. Oops. And then that is our campfire. And now we can place this on top of it. And we can add our rice grain. We do that and then add that. We'll get 2 servings of rye porridge. We can use our bowl to store that, and that will give us way more food than just the grain and the berries alone. Which is pretty good, in my opinion. I might dig out this area over here a little bit, because if it does start raining over here again, it will put out that fire. So let's just get some packed dirt. And we can just do something like that for now. There we go. I guess this is like a little base we got going. And then you can see that's done now, so we can grab that, and we get this little porridge bowl. And I actually have too much food for it right now, but it will last a good little bit here once it goes down in temperature. Kind of need all this stuff. Maybe it would be good after we sleep here to build a... Ooh, that was cool. To build a reed chest, if I can remember where some reeds were. Because I don't think this pond has any reeds. Or cattails. I think the closest pond... What time is it? 8 o'clock? We got a little bit of time. We can sleep at the other guy while we're waiting for all that to cook down anyways. It looks like it's going to rain over my base soon, so it's a good thing I put that up. I think there's some cattails just over on this other side. Because we need some storage room bad. Let's see. I think it's just up here. Or is it all tool? It might all be tool, and this was not the right way to go. That's all tool. What about this big pond? Does this big pond have any cattails, or is it all tool as well? It looks like it's all tool as well. Weird. Oh, bear. Hey, bear. Whoa, bear. Whole bunch of raccoons. We'll start to get into butchering probably next episode, because I'm going to need copper tools, I think, before I get into there. And this all has tool as well. Okay, here's some cattails. It is not going to be enough, but it will be enough to get started at least on collecting. And right now we can throw out this resin. We won't really need it at the immediate moment. It is a rare resource though, and I've marked a couple trees for resin. basically, if you come across any resource, mark it on your map, even if you harvest it. Because sometimes it can grow back, sometimes they kind of are infinitely regeneratable, like resin is. So it's always nice to have those marked so you don't have to make a mental note of where every little thing is. There we go, cattails. Lots of cattails. And I noticed when I rendered that other video, when I edited the other video, you guys can actually see in the dark a lot better than I can by, like, orders of magnitude. Right now, it's basically pitch dark for me. Like, I can barely see maybe 10 blocks ahead of me. But you guys could see that whole tree the last episode when I was getting sticks for the first pit kiln, and I couldn't see any of it. I was just hoping, reading the little information prompt at the top of the screen, that it was right. Am I really missing just one cattail for a reed chest? Hello? That's not what I pressed. 3 times 8. Oh no, I got plenty. Nice. Okay, that'll help us a ton. Let's see, pick up all the cattails. Okay. Let's head back to our base. Plop that down so we can get some immediate storage here and sleep in the trader's van. Whew. This thunderstorm is crazy. For somewhere where it rains uncommon, it sure has been raining every day here. Not a horrible thing, but definitely not a great thing either. Let's see. Looks like our pit kilns are still burning. Which I started those on day 3. It's now the end of day 4. Hopefully we will see them finished out here soon. So we'll plop this down over here. And now we can store some stuff like these seeds that we won't be growing immediately. The fire clay, the lignite, the flax fibers. That way we don't have to have those clogging our inventory. I think we're hungry enough to now eat these without wasting, yeah. And I always like to just keep these kind of on the ground next to where I'm cooking, which is fine. What time is it? It is 10:18, so we'll go to sleep here on the trader's bed. I'm hoping we find a temporal gear soon so that we can set our spawn. You get 20 respawns out of 1 temporal gear, so it's pretty nice. It's not a permanent respawn, but I think it would lose value if it was a permanent respawn. Okay, so now we have our clay vessel, which is just like the little reed chest, except it has another layer of slots. It also is better for food storage. As you can see, it decays at half the speed for most things, a third for grain, which is great, and this one's 0.64. So this is overall better for things like if you want to keep grain in here in your inventory. You see it lasts 87 days, and here it lasts 5 years. So it's quite crazy. So we can pick up all of our cooking vessels. These crocks you can seal with wax or fat, and it will keep food good for longer, like meals like this porridge I made. These crucibles are very important for our next step of development here. So we'll get those all lined up nice and orderly. Okay, and then we have our other bowl. And is that it? Yeah, because I have a bowl in my inventory. Okay, now we have this jug. So I wanted to see if I can pick up and place water using the jug. Because if we can, then we can start our farm actually relatively soon here. So has 3 liters of water. If I do that, it just splashes it out. Okay. So we'll need a bucket first, which means we will need a, what do you call it? A saw, so that we can saw some planks. But right now we're doing pretty good on that. I don't think there's necessarily anything we really need in terms of a pit kiln. We could always do with more storage vessels so that we can create a cellar to store food once we get it going and farming. This is done cooking, so we'll need to move that back to get there. But we're actually going to remove it because we will need to put our crucible on here to heat up once we're ready to make. Well, that did not distribute evenly at all. There we go. So we have 100 units of copper. Once this is done firing, we'll fire that and make our first copper tool. But for now, let's go ahead and keep exploring. Because there is some things that I could use. So if we do the butchering table, what is it called? B-U-T-C-H, butchering table. That's the advanced one. The copper, or the regular one. We want this one. So we need a stone knife, stone axe, 6 flint, 2 maple logs, 12 stone. So we need 4 logs. So let's go cut down a tree. I think the closest tree is going to be in the forest. I'd like to see if we can find some ruins. Ooh, there's a drifter down there already. Hello, drifter. Goodbye, drifter. We'll go cut down a tree. I know we said I'd make it next time, but I think if we can start getting into pelts, we can expand our inventory pretty quick here. Because having 2 rows is very limiting. I'm so used to having actual backpacks made out of leather, which gives me like 6 rows. I'm definitely not as traveling as much as I did last, like when I had a full inventory. But this will be fine for now. There we go. Alright, and we have enough stone. We have enough, just enough flint. If we can find some more flint, that'd be good, because I'm going to need some flint fishing hooks to make a butchering hook out of. There we go, there's some more there. Lots of flint in this area. I wonder if we dig down here if we'll find a flint deposit. So I didn't know that was a thing last time until I was in the bauxite desert and I found a flint deposit right under where I was digging for other things. There's more red clay here. See, okay, yeah, so that's done. So we'll go ahead and fire up the crucible here. Okay, and that will take a tick to smelt that copper. While we're at it, we will need to make something to hold the hot pot with, these tongs, which we'll need a coil rope, which we can make out of 2 lashings or cordage, which we can make out of some reeds. Did I have any reeds left over? I think I did, right? Yeah. So if we do 3, 2 of those, 1 rope, and then 6 sticks. Sticks? 6 sticks? It's trying to combine the words, but it just creates the same one. And see, this will need to get hot. It says smelting temperature is 1084. We're actually getting really close, and once it reaches that 1084, the progress bar will start to smelt. We got enough coal, it looks like. We'll need to make another coal pit soon. But while we're doing that, well, that's smelting. Let's go ahead and craft that table while we can. So there's 2 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Some of these. Oh, I need to make a new stone knife and stone axe. Ooh, that is hard to see when it's this bright out. I'm so used to, I guess, flint napping these under a shadow. And an axe, because then you can see the outlines real well. There we go. Is this smelted yet? It is. Alright, so we're going to grab our tongs, and we'll press X to get them in our offhand. And then we can pick this up. Coal, so it doesn't use a whole nother coal when you really don't need it to. Throw that in there. And then that's going to take a little bit to cool down. Because it needs to cool down to basically cold. Now, I believe you can pick it up somehow and throw it into water, but you'll break your mold that way. And since we don't have an anvil, I'm not really wanting to do that. There we go. There's our butchery table. And as you can see, we can't put this in our inventory because it's too big. So we're going to have to take one of our baskets here. Since that one's empty, we can put that in our inventory and place this down in our heavy item slots, I guess. Container slots. So then if we press Control and then the hotkey 1 through 4, we can put it on our hand. And then we can take it and we can put it somewhere like here. Oop. I'm going to actually break that and replace it. Because I don't want it just laying all the way across there. Hotkey and 4, and then we can place it there. And now that we have this, we can butcher skinned animals, but we don't have any skinned animals yet because we need a butcher's hook. So that is still cooling. We do hook. We can do fishing hook granite. Or is it not fishing hook? What is it? Is it butcher hook? Ceiling, here you go, skinning hook. Primitive skinning hook. So we need 2 flint hooks, a flint. Oh, that resin we threw away in the in a wood log. So we actually do need that resin. This is still going to take a little bit. We might go... Wow, a rift right next to my base. Thank you. Rifts are deterred by torchlight, but I don't think putting one right here will get rid of it. But we'll try. Alright, we'll just try to see if it gets rid of it eventually. Our rift activity is medium, so it is... There are going to be rifts more often. It goes all the way up to apocalyptic, which means rifts are going to be everywhere. But I bet we could find a resin tree relatively quickly in this sprucey type forest. Ooh, there's a house here with a vessel. We'll grab that real quick. Ooh, a lot of reeds. Nice. Oh, did we get trapped in here? Uh-oh. Break that. There we go. Should be able to get out now. Nope. Okay, I just got myself trapped even further. GG's. Really? I have to get some more. Oh! There's a trap door. Oh, there's a basement! I didn't think there'd be a basement in this one. Okay, okay. Break this. Come on. I need a axe. Alright, what do we have in here? A large wooden crate with cobwebs. A medium crate with pottery. A vessel for farming. Which gave us some cabbage seeds and some flax. Nice. A reed crate with a rusty gear. Put my other thing back in. Some more sticks. That's nice. It doesn't look like it should be able to hold very much because it is broken. And nothing else. No aged torch holders, huh? Nah. That's like the best thing you can get from these are aged torch holders. Now we have met an issue still. We're kind of trapped in this area even more now. Let's see how long it'll take me to break this. Maybe it won't take me very long. Oh, okay. Didn't take me long at all. go. Right. Hello? I thought I broke it. Or maybe I can... No? Okay, I'll have to break it by hand. There we go. Well, so we need that resin. Let's see if we can find something really easily here. There's lots of chanterelles here, so we'll have to remember that. Lots of sticks. Ooh, there's a worm. We will take Mr. Worm because he is good for our garden. Let's see, looking for resin. Resin. There should be at least one resinous tree here. If I don't keep getting distracted. I do hear a wolf, though, so I'll have to be careful so I don't get chased down like last episode. Lots of chanterelles here. This would be the biome for them, though. Let's get rid of that so that I can get rid of this torch out of my hand. There we go. There's a resin tree. So we're going to do the same here. Right click. That. Resin. Save. And now we can just right click on it and harvest it. Nice. Now we can go back. And our pickaxe should be cooled. So we can go harvest some more copper and get a saw. Well, for a saw, we'll need an anvil. So we'll need a prospecting pickaxe first so that we can find more copper. Because overall, we're going to need, like, I don't know, 8 bars worth of copper to get exactly what we need. I think we need 9 for an anvil plus 1 for each tool, at least. So, let's see this. Still. Oh, yeah, it came out this time. Nice. So we can do that. Get that copper pickaxe going here. And let's throw these sticks on the ground. Throw you against there. Throw some sticks in here. Place that firewood back down because I didn't mean to take it out. Okay. And now that we have that pickaxe, we can go mine. But we'll just finish up this hook first. So this primitive skinning hook. So 4, so we need flint hooks. So we need to nap some flint. Flint hook. Ooh, this is a complicated pattern. Luckily, you only have to do the outlines of the hook. Boop. There we go. And now it was 2, 2. I'm going to have to look at it again because I have the memory of a goldfish. Oh, it's 4. Is that another thunderstorm? Dang, man. It's just constant rain in this uncommon rain area. Okay. That torch did seem to get rid of the rift, which is pretty cool. Didn't think it would do that. Let's place that torch down here for now, though, just to get it out of our way. And we can get rid of this whole stack of torches in our inventory because we don't need that. And now we're kind of just heating stuff to the wind here. But it's kind of better just to have an empty inventory if possible. See that. Throw that out. Okay. Alright, so now that we have that, we can try and hunt down some stuff if we want on our way to the copper deposits. So what we can hunt down is largely rodents at this time, so raccoons are always a good thing. Anything like rabbits or deer are going to be way too hard to get. They're too fast. We'll need to make traps for those. Foxes we might be able to do, but they do bite back. So let's try and get one of these foxes so I can show you how this works. Ouch. Ouch. I'm gonna get killed by a fox. Holy cow. So now we can either harvest it here, or we can put this in our inventory. We can shift, right-click them into our inventory. Oh, because since it's a not a big animal, we can just put it in our inventory. Bears and wolves you have to put in your heavy slots. Your backpack slots. So I guess you have to like carry them on your back. But we can take this and we can put him onto the skinning hook. You see it holds him up here to skin. Then we hold right click with the knife and it'll pop off his little pelt here. And then we take the, oh well, he'll take 2 in-game hours, like 2 minutes to dry. And we'll want to put the pelt away. And I am going to need some bandages. So let's go get some horse tail fern. I need to find a closer source of peat than all the way at spawn. Because that is just entirely too far away. Sorry I killed your friend. I thought there was some just right here on the edge. Yeah, there is. Get a few of these to heal. Oh, there goes my knife. That's okay because I think we should craft some copper tools here soon. Once we mine the copper that's under these deposit areas that we found. So that. Hello? Is that not the recipe? Oh, other way around. Okay. Now we can heal. While we're on our way to the copper deposit. And I think we gotta be careful because the first one I'm going to is gonna be right next to where that bear was. While I was looking for the copper, I did get a huge chunk taken out of me by the bear. Ooh, there's a copper deposit right here, actually. So let's mark that. Okay. Any other surface copper before I dig down? Don't look like it, so we'll go and dig down. See if we can find where this copper is. It should just be right under the surface. Maybe a few blocks down. We have a lot of sticks, so we can make these into ladders for when we dig down. So now we can break this. It does only give us pebbles, but that's fine. We won't go too far down because I don't believe it should be too far down. It's not going to be right on the surface. Yeah, there we go. Some native copper. Quality medium is pretty good, though. That's not too bad. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time here. Put that in our offhand. And mine as much copper as we can find. Because... oh, well, we'll need another 20 ingots to make a danged hammer. Because we'll need to break these open before we can smelt them, I believe. I forgot entirely about that. So we'll have to go hunting for more copper bits on the surface. But that's fine. We'll get what we can out of here. Just real quick. I always forget about the danged hammer. It's not something that I have experience with, like in Minecraft or Terraria, so... and I'll get just enough so that we have 400 units. So that's 400 units of copper. We'll come back for the rest of it. Here. Nice. But we'll need some more surface copper. I can't believe I completely forgot about that. At least we found it now versus later. Because now we can actually just do some exploring. Let's see. Sorry, I just want to look down in here, because sometimes in caves you can find little ruins that have goodies like copper nuggets and stuff in them. Nope, I'm running. I'm running. We'll unattach that so we don't use all of our hunger up, since we only really are relying on berries right now. When I first played, I had a huge food problem, but I realized that I really should be collecting berry bushes and installing them at my base. Since I don't have a base right now. Ooh, bear! Oh, bear! Oh no! Oh no, run! He's hot on my tail! Run! Parkour! Parkour! The bears can parkour better than I can! Run! Run! See if I can get him caught in the water. Ooh, there's a deer. I haven't seen a deer yet in this world. Oh man, run. Run. Sometimes you can get them stuck in the water, because they don't go as fast as you if you can time your jumps right. Whew. He's still there. Hey, bear. Oh, bear. Run. Half this game is just running from bears, I swear. Okay, I think we lost him. Oh, but there's a bow sword. Oh, so dangerous. Run. Okay. Well, that was fun. Always a hoot to be chased by deadly things. Maybe over here. Maybe it was guiding us to some copper. Some surface deposits. Should be super useful, but I don't see anything, so maybe not. And it is getting to be just about nighttime. I was hoping maybe over here would be another trader that we could sleep in. But I'm not seeing any trader carts. There's another danged bear. Gosh darn bear. Let's see. What is that? Oh, is that slate? Did we get super lucky and have slate near us? Or is this shale? Slate, nice. Slate, you can make tiles, slate tiles for nice looking roofs. Oh, there's a trader right there. Let's take a quick look here. We'll make our way to that trader to see if we can find any copper on the way over. Ooh, there's some lead. So I'll mark this with purple. Call it lead. Which we don't need right now. I think we can use lead to make black. Black bronze. Let's see. Silver. Oh, silver, gold, and malachite. Silver, gold, and what do you call it? Copper. Malachite is just another form of copper. Looking for it. Seen a lot of deer. Little fawn. Is this... Oh, this is limestone too. Okay. I didn't realize this is limestone. Limestone being this close to our spawn is actually pretty great. Because limestone you can grind in a grindstone to make lime, which is good for processing pelts into leather. I did not find lime forever and had to grind down shells, the few shells I did find. So who are you? A treasure hunter named Ephraim. Got anything to trade, Ephraim? No? Okay. Got anything to trade, Ephraim? No, just some clothes. A tool vessel for 6 isn't too bad. Yeah, nothing real good, though. Luckily, there's a bed here, so we'll come back after we take a quick look around. See if we can't find any more copper while we're here. Sorry, that stick belongs to a trader. That's pretty funny. Let's see. Some violet web caps. Those are edible, I believe. Ooh, that sky is dark red. Holy cow, that is terrifying. Take a quick look while I am collecting some sticks. It's fine if we don't find anything immediately. We gotta make our way home still, too. Ooh. Boop. Boop. Resin. Nice. Easy. Sick. Oh, there's an oak tree here, too. I'm going to mark this because oak trees are needed for leather making. And I can cut down that and get enough wood for lots of leather just out of that one tree, because it's one of the big trees. But I think, it being 10 o'clock now, that is going to be where we end this episode. We did quite a lot. We actually got our first copper tool, this copper pickaxe. Adventured, ran away from bears, and killed our first thing, and I think just generally we had a good time. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. It really helps out the channel. I've been wanting to get back into content creation for a while. If you see my channel, I had quite a big gap of not posting, so I'm going to be posting more. I'm going to be posting Vintage Story, more Terraria, maybe some Minecraft, and overall just having some fun. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.